Hey, this is Dan.
And Dr. Aggro.
From GigaBoots.com, and welcome to our quick play of Army Corps of Hell for the PlayStation Vita. Let's go ahead and load up our
This is pretty
save file.
fucking metal already.
It is really goddamn metal, which is exactly what it needs to be. Okay, so you got your options and passcodes. They're handing out passcodes online to unlock secret content because so
Not
many.
that secret.
It's so secret. Tons of metal bands contributed to this game, so each band gets their own passcode. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. So let me go ahead and jump into your average level. I'm pretty early in the game. I'm 6 stages in. There are about 30 or 40 right here. Let's do something like this, I guess. This will give us a good show of what the game's like before I ramp it up a bit more. So at this point I have soldiers and spearmen. I can control up to 80 units, and I can adjust how many I have of each. I'll show off how they control in game. Once you progress, or when you progress, you unlock more weapons for them and different armors. And it works a little bit differently for each unit. So let me go ahead and show that off real quick. This thing's like Pikmin on acid in hell. So it's pretty fucking badass.
Is that a huge skull guy in a white cape?
Yes, it is. He starts out with a red cape, but I unlocked the white one.
It's pretty
So
big.
you turn the camera with the right analog stick. Madness.
Ah.
So,
Whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah. These are the demons that you need to conquer on your way through hell because you own this bitch, and some people forgot, I guess.
Usually a good plot. Time to go Lahara on some bitches.
Yep. So you use the R button to launch your soldiers onto the enemies. And then if you want to launch even more soldiers at a time onto the enemies, you have to make yourself stationary and take a stance. One moment while I save these guys. If you press and hold the L, they'll take this stance, and you'll throw 2 at a time. Once you get 20 or more on some types of enemies, you can do a salvo attack, which if you time correctly will do a massive amount of damage.
Huh.
Yep, so you can either keep mobile and throw 1 dude at a time, which is good for these smaller guys.
So you've got like the spearmen to protect you while you're doing the throwing?
No, allow me to show that off in just a moment. Here we go. So here's our spearmen. Normally, you have to get close and do that sort of thing. But if you take the stance, one moment, by holding L, you can just launch your entire spearman army.
Haha, Delta form, bitch!
Yup.
Flying V!
And they can eat the remains. And from the remains, they'll usually collect an item like that, which you can use in your alchemy lab or what have you. So the whole game takes place over these floating platforms of crazy madness. It's pretty cool. You know, you can see why some reviewers might be deterred by these sort of, I don't know, I guess you could say cheap production values. I honestly think it fits, but that's me.
I'm still trying to grasp the basic gameplay here.
Yeah, indeed. So yeah, unlike Pikmin, where there's an overarching goal that is remotely benefactory, or beneficial to anyone, yeah, you're just murdering all the demons in hell to work your way back to your throne.
Well,
so
alright.
you go from floating platform to floating
Beneficial
platform.
to you. And people who don't like hell, I guess.
And you're someone
'cause you're
too.
kicking the whole thing's ass.
I guess they might like it. So this guy has a couple weak spots on his front. We need to dodge roll out of his way. You got a couple guys. In any case, launch those spearmen at it. Hopefully I can knock him down. Yep, knocked him down. Now if I change to my soldiers and throw enough on his head, then I can do a salvo attack. And that'll actually overkill him.
Now I assume you're locking onto those spots, right?
Yes. If I get within a certain range, it will glow the part that I'm locking on red. Also, when that ring changes from blue to red is an indicator of when I'm locking on to the enemy.
Right.
Periodically, in most levels, there will be one of these things. If any of my dudes had died at this point, I could have bought more for these red jewels over here. Okay, So, now, I would like to note, of course, because I've played substantially further in the game, I'm way overpowered for this level.
Okay, I was going to say, this
so
just seems like easy automatic.
Yeah, I'm just showing this off so you can remotely get what's going on before I jump really far into this. So, here's the trick with your soldiers dying. If they get knocked out of your troop and stay down long enough, if you don't come to save them, they'll eventually evaporate and disappear.
Aw.
Yep. Oh yes, let's feel bad for them, shall we?
But they're so little. And you keep throwing them at horrible demons.
Well,
to accomplish your conquests.
They themselves are horrible demons, so why wouldn't I?
They don't look that horrible. They look kind of like goblins.
Okay, to be honest, yeah, I turned these goblins to my way. That's the
what
plot
the
of
fuck?
this game.
You dragged some goblins to hell to fight demons.
Oh no, they were sort of chilling in hell, and then I used my awesomeness to turn them to my side.
I have several RPG bestiaries, Dan, and in none of them are goblins fit to fight any kind of demon.
Okay, you may be right on that one, but I'm making them anyways. Okay, so...
That's why you're the king of hell.
Yes. And these bitches done forgot. Let's see. Yep, there. Now it's targeting the left one, and if I move over to the right, if I need to pull my guys in to prevent a hit, I just take that L stance, which also helps with throwing guys on in order to salvo attack as needed. Now, you'll notice it says press circle to launch. When it pops up with that, that is the exact timing I need in order to do maximum damage.
Okay, now what is a salvo attack?
The salvo attack, they all converge at the same time and stab into him, doing quite a lot of damage, a lot more than they normally do, because they normally damage the enemy, it's just insubstantial in comparison. Come on, guys, I'm sorry.
I'm on the ground 6 feet away, come save me.
Yep. Actually, it's even harder to save them at first. You have to get even closer. I just have a white garb, which makes it impossible from a further distance. Okay, so here's our salvo attack. I press circle, they leap out, and then stab in all at once. This guy, being a special boss character that I'm way too overpowered for, needs to be salvo attack to be finished. So, boom. Explodes his head off.
Nice.
You know what? Have some nom-noms. Eat his face.
Oh my god. Okay, and then you went in to see the truth.
Yes. Turns out resurrecting your mother's a bad idea.
Even in hell, there is anime.
Well, of course. What else would you watch? But tish. If you want to send hate mail, send it to the feed at GigaBoots.com. Okay, so that told us at the bottom what items we got. It also told us our ranking on the time we got through, how many of our dudes died, etc. So that screen's pretty helpful in that sense. This is how most of the cutscenes play out. You on a throne, your goblins doing some stuff.
Nice.
And then you speaking demon speak at them.
So at any point does Spawn just show up and start wrecking your shit?
No, I think I ate him on the way down.
Because I'm wondering, do you fight like regular Satan? Do you fight like Malvolgia? Is it like the DC canon of what is it? It's a triumvirate of Lucifer, Beelzebub, and what's his fuck?
Yeah, I don't.
The other one.
The other one.
Azazel, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so let's go to the alchemy area. I don't have any new weapons. Oh, but I do have weapons for Magi, which is a new troop unit I just got. So
you have casters and you're not using them.
Well, I just got them right before this.
Just equip them.
What do you want, thunder or flame?
Thunder.
Thunder.
All day, every day.
Thunder staff.
Thunder staff.
Trophy. And then he runs away.
Well, I mean, he is a caster. So alchemy, huh?
Yep. So you can build different items too, using different resources, which you can see in the upper right here. It takes monster flesh and blood to make life drums. I
suppose you're equipping your dudes with your items, or?
Just the equipment. The items themselves. Let's see. Which one do we want? I think we want this one. It takes... Actually, you know what? I find the jewels more valuable than the resources, which may be, nearsighted to me. So yeah, they all have life drums now.
Okay. Which do what?
We shall see.
Oh. Well then.
Welly, well. So 80, I get to divide it anyway. So let me go ahead and decrease the amount of soldiers I have, because those spearmen are really helpful. Throw 15 of those guys in. Okay. That said sorcery apron. Okay.
Well, of course. You don't want to spill any sorcery on your pants.
Of course.
That's just not good times.
Okay, so triangle goes to spearmen, circle goes to soldiers. Let me kick the shit out of these flying dudes. I freaking hate flying dudes. Because they just come up and irritate you while you're trying to take down real enemies. Okay, let's do Magi. That's pretty neat. I like some stronger stuff.
Yeah. Looks like it's a good trash clearer.
Yeah. So let's switch back to the soldiers.
Possibly good for flying dudes.
Yeah, it could be good for flying dudes. Oh, gotta make sure to eat them. My guys are hungry.
This is like the most badass goblin troop.
Well,
like,
that's
hey,
what happens.
We're at a town of goblins. You guys want to go conquer hell? Yes. Let's go.
Well, that's good. You didn't have a choice anyways.
Oh. Well, I guess it worked out for everyone.
See if we can't stab them in between. Okay, it looks like... Oh. I guess this would be a good time for magic. I can do magic.
Ooh. I like how you can pick your cast time back up from where it was.
Yes, that is nice. Yeah, so that's the point of this. When there are too many dangers to get over there, like the lightning walls, and then those red circles actually shoot up fire and will insta-kill any of my dudes.
Nice.
You want to equip your Magi to make that a hell of a lot easier. I wonder if my Magi can eat dudes. Let's see. I'm guessing not. Though they could probably destroy the body. It's just faster to throw soldiers than to cast. Oh god.
Is there a point in destroying the body?
Yeah, it gets you the items for alchemy. Also, sometimes your guys complain for food.
What have you done for me lately? We're helping you conquer hell?
I haven't not eaten you. Wait, what was that?
Quid pro quo. That's not what that means. Shut up or I'll eat you.
Okay, so I didn't get the timing right there, so that's the effect of not getting the timing right. It just doesn't do squat, basically. They all sort of flock down.
We are flaccid and impotent. Please stop saying that. It's weird.
Actually, to clarify, I didn't get the timing wrong. I didn't hit the button again to launch, so... Executing early, as you will see right here, still has some effect. That's right, going off early works just as well. Or about as well. Oh god, this guy.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that...
Eye lasers.
That motherfucker, he can VoIP your entire army. Now, overkill, of course, as it should be apparent from the name, is the excessive amount of damage you did to the enemies past what their health bar necessitated.
Right.
You get a bonus for that, so it's always cool to be excessive in this game, apparently. And that's why spearmen are good.
Yeah.
Man, that tiny dude, he is fucked. Oh wow, targeted all of them, that's pretty helpful. Come on, come on. Oh god, so...
Through the fire and flames?
Yes. Though they didn't make it through the fire and flames all too well. Let me go ahead and get some of those guys back. I don't want to lose them all.
Might be able to spearman triangle through that thing.
Nope.
No?
Yeah, they'll just charge in and all die.
No, I figured if you stayed in the formation, you might be able to fit them all through.
You mean like that?
Yeah.
One more time.
This is like the weirdest version of folklore I've ever seen.
It is the best version of folklore because it's folklore and Pikmin. So it's Folkman.
Find a way to throw SimCity in there. We've created the game.
I love... The style of this seems just right. Like, it's not in a normal setting trying to be this hardcore. It's in hell.
Mm-hmm.
So it's delightful.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like... I'm not sure if it's really hardcore for being this cartoony or really cartoony for being this hardcore.
Scientists will be wondering this for years to come. Okay. What else can we do? This game, I'm going to be honest, is a hell of a lot of this, over and over and over and over. So if you like what you're seeing, which is a hell of a lot of murder,
yeah,
with some really cool strategy elements.
Looks like a cool thing to just pull out and play.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that would be exactly what I was...
Right into the lightning wall. No questions asked. Such loyalty. Such courage.
I'll probably rip their heads off if they don't. Better to chance the lightning wall, which occasionally does not kill you.
Better to be at the right hand of the devil.
Yes.
Than throw it into the lightning wall. So really, it just sucks for those guys.
A lot. Okay, let's buy some of our dudes back. Oh, it's mostly soldiers there. Let me switch which type I'm using. Okay, I need one of those and three of those. You know what? I have more spearmen than that. There we go. Cool. Now, even though I bought them back, I'm still gonna get dinged at the end of this round for having lost so many. Which, you know, it's good that there's challenge here.
Try and, keep track of all that shit.
Right? Another major advantage of using the spearman stance instead of the soldier stance is that you can move while using the spearman stance. You really can't do that while using the soldiers. The soldiers are very much a sit down, plop a crap load of them on, and do some freaking damage. You ain't going nowhere, bitch. One of the things reviewers have been saying about this game is that it actually is a PSP launch title in terms of graphics. I see that as remarkably stupid, personally, because, I mean, no, the graphics aren't that pretty, but when you can have, like, 100 dudes on screen, you know, that's a different metric you should judge graphics by than your average game, which I think is what they're saying. Like, the graphics look like a normal game on the PSP, which I still disagree with because of textures, but, you know, no, this game's not a looker. This game's pretty awesome, though.
This game's pretty enough.
Yeah, I know. That's really where I sit on this. It's pretty enough, and honestly, it is impressive how much blood gushes out all over the place and how many enemies are running everywhere.
Yeah, you moving around with a huge pack of little dudes is kind of sweet. Yeah,
I mean, this sort of thing, to be honest, you don't get games like this on consoles so much anymore. This sort of, like, take this huge horde of dudes, or the render a lot type of games, because they're so concerned about how their screenshots look.
Right.
That they don't want to divide up resources between tons and tons of stuff. I'm guessing there's something behind me. I was right. I talk putty tap. But...
Like, the more I watch this ridiculous cavalcade of what the fuck, the more enticing it looks.
Yeah. That's exactly how it went for me playing the game, too. It's just... Like, at first you're like, oh my god, this is ridiculous, but then eventually, you just sort of go into the, yeah, this is pretty badass.
It's like 5 minutes in, what the fuck? 10 minutes in. 3 hours in, yeah!
Murder!
Next island!
So there you go.
Alright.
That is a small little preview of this game. Something I found out, those 3 little seals, it will actually take the lowest scored one. It doesn't average. So if you get 2 golds and a silver, it's going for silver.
Fuck you.
Yeah. You got a silver. You're silver material. Now, the cool thing is, since you, of course, level up, you get to go back to older levels and totally... how do you say, RPG-pone them? Where you just have such good equipment that, well, that's what the beginning of this quick play was. You just fucking tromp through that thing and get a high score.
I believe, yeah, fuck you, Dark Shore is the technical term for that.
So that would be what he did to control their minds in the first place.
Oh, he didn't, like, make a rousing speech and get them to come over to his cause and promise them glory and honor?
No,
he mind controlled them.
Yep.
Guy's kind of a dick.
Just a little bit. Now I can control 100.
They're going to turn on you at the end of this game. You know that.
I don't think...
That's how this is going to end. It's
think
just you as they beat the crap out of you.
that
My army is invincible. And... oh shit.
Okay, looks like I actually got a stronger lightning magic. Let me double check that. Yeah, it's about twice as strong.
Nice.
Yeah, I like the scaling this has. Of like, here's this weapon. Here's a twice as powerful weapon. I can now equip... let me go just into the select screen for the next level. I'm not going to show off another level. Oh, okay, never mind. It's not here. Player equipment. I can now equip the black fighting garb. A bit more fitting. And eventually I will get more headgear, which I think implies that that's maybe not... Why can't I rotate him? Like, I want to look at his...
Got the touchscreen. Oh, guess
Nah.
not. Guess since
This game has no touchscreen stuff.
Oh.
I hear eventually you get an ability where the rear touchpad, you do that to the rhythm. That's what I hear. I haven't gotten that far, and I haven't seen anything on it. But yeah, that's Army Corps of Hell for the PlayStation Vita. It's out today for $40. It's pretty fucking badass and metal, in case you haven't noticed. So, Aggro, if this was the soundtrack of your life, what would you be doing right now?
You don't hear metal all the time?
For video reviews, quick plays, top 8s, and more, go to GigaBoots.com.